freedom to separate yourself from circumstances and problems that no matter what comes your way, you're not living in denial. You can acknowledge it and say, yes, I'm going through that, but I am not that. That gives you the privilege and the right and the opportunity and the boldness to look at whatever you're going through and say, you're not going to take me over. I'm going through it, but that's not who I am. I am not my situation. I am not my dilemma. I am not my heartache. I am not my mistake. I am not my failure. I am not my problem. I'm going through this, but I am not this.
Hallelujah! Amen! Hallelujah!
Just proclaim, I'm more. I am more than an overcomer. Amazing. See, we didn't start off cracked. Just tell somebody we didn't start off, but as a result, just like when I stood up and fell on the ground for the 5th time, as a result of falling on the floor, the iPhone became broken. It wasn't created broken, but it became broken, and our brokenness comes out of and a result of humanity's falling out of fellowship with God. That fall created a brokenness that has been passed down along with our DNA through generations. How do I know that? Because you don't have to teach a child to disobey. That's not a lesson you have to teach them. They do that automatically and pretty much naturally. Mothers, come on, help me out. It seems that our system is somewhat given to rebellion and trying to live outside the lines. And it seems we have a tendency, if you will, to choose wrong over right. And now, when people saw that broken iPhone, their immediate reaction was, when are you going to get a new one? See, they didn't recognize the splendor of its creation. What they saw was the flaw. And they were drawn, as it were, to the brokenness. They assumed that because of its crack, because of the fracture, it was of no more use. They assumed that since it was broken, it should be discarded. They assumed that since it had a fracture, that it was finished. But my response to them was, it may be fractured, but it's still functional. Oh, you should have told somebody on your road that was your turn to shout. It's fractured, but it's still functional. Its defect did not demand its disposable, because while it was cracked, yes, I can agree, it still had content. Just smile at somebody and say, I got content. My hard drive has not been destroyed through the storm that I've been in. My apps still work, and yeah, I'm fractured, but I'm still functional.
That's right, amen.
There was an article in USA Today issued a warning that discarded digital devices can retain sensitive data. The writer of the article pointed out that before you discard your digital device, you should try to reset it to its original factory condition or completely smash and demolish it beyond function. Because, the article said, if you don't, it will contain content that's sensitive, valuable, and significant. I didn't say that, the writer said that. You see, the purpose of everything the enemy has ever done to you, his goal was not to fracture you. His goal was not to just shatter you, but to smash you beyond functionability, if that was a word. His goal was to keep you from communicating the content that you still contain. And that's why Paul is trying to express to us, yes, we are pressed on every side, but not crushed.
Yes,
we are broken, but not destroyed. So that's where the enemy went wrong. He hurt me, he fractured me, he crushed me, but I'm not destroyed. I've still got content. I've still got a message inside of me. Oh my God. And like the article pointed out, I might be damaged, but I'm not destroyed. I might have a defect, but that don't mean you've got to discard me. I might be outdated, but I'm not obsolete. And just because you threw me away, don't mean I'm a piece of trash. Somebody should have shouted right there. People threw you away, and you're still functioning. That's your testimony. You ought to say, just because you throw me in a trash can, don't mean I'm trash. Just because I'm fractured, don't mean I'm finished. I'm fractured, but I'm still functioning.
That's right.
The defect in Adam and Eve, think about it. It did not demand their disposal. You know why? Because God saw that they still had potential. They still had possibility.
Amen.
And this is perhaps what I love the most about God. I love His power, and I love the blessings and favor. But what I love about God is that He saw that His purpose, not so much their purpose, although they had a purpose, but it's always His purpose. What God saw was that His purpose was greater than their mistake. Somebody should have got up and ran right there. His purpose was greater than their mistake. His purpose was greater than their mistake. I believe somebody else needs to get it. His purpose is greater than your mistake. And so God has kept me alive in spite of my flaws, in spite of my fracture, in spite of my brokenness, because He continues to see a destiny that's bigger than the defect in me. I said my destiny is bigger than my defect, so He won't dispose of me, because my destiny is bigger than my defect. 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 Somebody just shout it out. Aren't you grateful that my brokenness and your brokenness does not abort the blessings of God? You see, this is why Jesus came into the world.